can we, let's hear from the governor. Maybe might answer what you wanted to ask.
The county is totally different.
Okay.
The county.
Then
the same.
The county decided to construct a 5-story, 500-bed capacity building, and we had a budget of about 1.5 billion. When the president came visiting Nyandarua, we asked him, because we have taken almost 10 years with our small budget, every year 200, 100, we requested that he assist us. So he's the one who gave an executive order that defense come in to help. So when the defense was given that executive instruction, they came now and requested that we terminate our contract so that now they can do it the other bit wholly. So that's how it is.
Where does that leave Article 187?
Governor, you are not understanding what we're saying. We're saying if you transfer a county function, the law requires that there is a formal agreement. You have had these conversations even with your, what are they called, the bursaries. So you would have to have an agreement with the national government because some of us don't put much value to those roadside declarations by the president. You have to have an agreement with the national government so that these questions the senators are asking can be answered in the contract. You know?
And also maybe add what Senator Duro asked. So who is purchasing the materials? If DOD is maybe giving the labor, how is the materials acquired?
So, Governor, address Article 187 on intergovernmental agreements.
I remember it was clearly stated that after the construction, the building would be handed over back to the county to run it. So,
Governor, you didn't get the point.
The facts.
You didn't get the point.
After the facts.
The DOD is a national government entity, and really, there is nothing wrong in the president making those pronouncements, but it has to be reduced to a legal form. And that legal form is 187 and Intergovernmental Relations Act. Can you confirm how you complied with that?
We will follow it up and ensure that it's done.
When Blue Valley has already been contracted.
There is a county attorney. Maybe explain to us what they understand. Chair, finally, I wanted just to ask UAG as county attorney prepares, have you cited this project? Because if 608 million has been paid, Governor, 608,800,797 had been paid, and the national government through DOT is coming with 988 million. Does it include completion of the project or plus equipment of the hospital? Because if it is completion, 688 against 1.4, 1.5, that project should be 70%. Maybe before the governor goes with your indulgence, Chair, maybe OAG, have you spotted this project and probably how many percent?
You know, members, before we get there, let's first deal with the issues of constitutional compliance. The only thing that has changed here, the contract hasn't changed. The client hasn't changed. The only thing that has changed is that DOD has come into the picture. In the absence of intergovernmental agreement, the neat thing would have been for the national government to give you a conditional grant. Because we would have expected that, fine, DOD has taken over. Maybe your contractor was lazy. Maybe the county was lazy in supervision. They would come up with a completely new framework. But nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. The contract sum remains the same. The contractor remains the same. The client remains the same. But DOD has come in. Why wouldn't you have asked for a conditional grant for that amount? Because you're saying all you needed was money.
Maybe, Chair, if you allow me to just read the provision of the Constitution of the risk that the Senate is seeing in this particular transfer. If you look at Article 187 2B, constitutional responsibility of the performance of the function or exercise of the power shall remain with the government to which it is assigned in the fourth schedule. So once this function has now been assigned to the DOD, the function remains with the DOD unless there is a framework or an agreement with the county government.
No. The responsibility remains with the entity to which it was originally assigned, which is Governor Badisha.
Yeah, and Governor, I hope you see the danger that, governments exist in perpetuity. If you have an agreement with the government of Kenya, is not the same as having an agreement with William Ruto. Because there will come a day when you will not be there, and you might get a cantankerous fella who maybe sees things different.
And that day might be very soon, actually.
Extremely.
For the cantankerous fella.
Just let me finish. You know, Chair, I was walking. Let me finish,
I don't know what.
Can I finish?
Chair, I don't know.
Can I finish?
No, I think Sifuna is cutting both ways. I think it's okay.
Chair.
Let's accept wheat and proceed.
Chair, to be fair, I don't know what is obsession of Sifuna with William Ruto.
I have not.
Can he make his submission?
No. Sifuna has cut both ways.
It is the governor who has invoked the name of the president.
Sifuna,
Say the national
he has said the next one might be cantankerous. So let's just leave it at that.
You know, Chair,
you can see the intolerance.
you know where
you
who
can
is
see
intolerant?
the tolerance.
No, where,
If you don't want me to express myself, you are shouting.
but it is you who does not want Sifuna to express himself. Let him finish his point.
Okay, order. Senator Sifuna, proceed. Senator Sifuna.
I think you are the one who's obsessed with me, because every
No, I'm
time
not
I raise
obsessed with
issues
you,
here,
Senator. Why
you are
would I be
always
obsessed
shouting
with
me
nobody?
down.
You must stop rousing and arousing each other.
Why would I be obsessed
Senator
with you?
Sifuna.
It is better I'm obsessed with the president.
Senator Sifuna.
Chair, if you look at the contract document, I have read it. Some cantankerous people have not read it. At page 3 of that contract, it specifically says under clause 6 that following a commitment by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya. It is in your document, so it is okay for us to discuss these matters. And Chair, I was walking on eggshells because I didn't want him to start making noise here. Because yesterday we discussed something called separation anxiety. There are people who are very anxious because they are going home. But the point that I was making, Governor, is that you are safer. You are safer having an agreement with the government of Kenya.
But because it goes home daily, unless you live on the street.
Order, Senator Cherargei.
At this rate, Chairman, we will not have a meeting.
Order, Senator Cherargei.
You will get your opportunity to say whatever
you use your powers? Please don't allow.
Okay, proceed.
If you want to turn this political platform, we are ready.
I will determine how the meeting progresses. Senator Sifuna, proceed.
Once you have given me the mic, please, let me conclude, and then you can give the mic to Senator Cherargei, because this shouting over each other presents a very bad picture to our guests here. Senator Cherargei, you can say whatever it is you want to say after I finish. There's no problem. What I am saying is, Governor, for the people of Nyandarua, it is safer for you to have an agreement with the national government. It is actually a legal and constitutional requirement, because next time, when it is somebody else, you cannot tie them to this sort of agreements. Because I believe the interest of the people of Nyandarua is for this hospital to be concluded. So please, you cannot tell us that you will ignore a constitutional provision. Let us have a formal agreement with the government of Kenya so that the team that comes in next in September of 2027 can still continue doing this work for you.
I think what we are asking for is an intergovernmental agreement. Does it exist? Does it exist? Beyond this, whatever has been captured in clause 6, the commitment by His Excellency the President.
The movement doesn't exist, but we'll follow it up.
Okay, I think that has been established as a fact. Let's now interrogate with that in mind.
Yes, Chair.
Senator Wambua.
Allow me, Chair. So it doesn't exist. In your admission, then it's a breach, right? Not just of the law of the Constitution. Because, Chair, you see, if you read that 187 properly, it is not just a function that moves to the other level of government, but even the budget that had been allocated to that project moves with the project to the other level of government. So, because there was a budget for this in the county government, where is that budget? How was that budget utilized?
Chair, in addition,
Senator
I wanted to pick the mind of the county attorney, whether she's aware, I don't know whether she was a lady, or has she advised the governor based on such engagements? Because, Chair, you remember the Senate passed the County Attorney Act in the last session in 2020, which I presided over, is, Chair, the reason we created the county attorney office and county solicitor was to assist county governments in such legal issues. So my question is, maybe the county solicitor will tell us maybe she saw these things different, because I suspect by the time this agreement was being drawn up, the county attorney must be aware. Maybe, Chair, you can give her 1 or 2 minutes to tell us. Maybe it's different way.
Okay, we're mindful of the time. We're almost at the time that we were to terminate this exercise.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and members, and thank you for the question. At the time we were doing the termination of this contract, we took it as a transfer of service, not basically a transfer of function, because the functions and everything still remain within the county, and all we were going for from the national government was the funding aspect.
Was there a budget for this project from the county government?
Yes, the Chief Officer for Health will respond to that, please. Yes.
And I think that interpretation, just on the face of it, we disagree. Yes. We disagree. You cannot transfer 800 and something million, almost a billion shillings, and then just call it a transfer of service. No, that we disagree with. That flies in the face of the Intergovernmental Relations Act and Article 187.
Yes, so, Chair, there was a budget of 100 million for the JM complex, but that money was paid for additional works that were done by contractors before by the DOD. So we have already paid the contractor who had done additional works before by the DOD. We had already a budget of 100 million, and we have already paid.
This is something else. Whether the project.
Thank you, Chair. There's an issue which, on number 14, the delay in project that is proposed construction of medical complex. And the amount, I read the whole observation.
No. You are what is the
percentage of completion?
The amount paid.
You know, the thing, Chair, that we need to establish here is that the percentage of
honorable members, to give guidance, because it's a substantive audit observation on this particular project with a very interesting response from the county government. Maybe we deal with it so that we also knock that off. That is the issue on proposed construction of medical complex at JM Memorial County.
Chair, before we get there, because